I think there are 3 reasons. After watching Our Father, one of the creepiest documentaries on Netflix, I think there are 3 explanations for Dr. Kline's decision to use his own semen to inseminate so many women.
Most of us have blonde hair, blue eyes. It was almost like this perfect Aryan clan. I will never back down. I will fight to expose all of your secrets.
He's hiding something more sinister.
First, let me dispel one of the theories out there that I think doesn't fit, which is that Dr. Cline is a religious zealot. He's part of a cult, and he believes in this idea that he needs to spread his seed and create disciples of Christ. He had religious scripture all over his office. He was very involved in the Zionsville Fellowship Church. He was an elder. There was intensity there, but it doesn't make sense to me that he would have kids and then not take care of them in an effort to then make them disciples. So I would dismiss the lunatic or religious zealot idea. I don't think it quite makes sense. The first explanation, which makes a tremendous amount of sense to me, is that this is about sex. This is a fetish. You have a guy that is masturbating with the intention of taking his semen and putting it into an unsuspecting woman. That is undeniably a sexual act. If you want to have nightmares, go Google semen fetish. There are a ton of them. People want to put it everywhere. So the idea I was shocked in the Netflix documentary when they're talking about, in the court case, they were trying to figure out the relationship between the ejaculate and inserting it in the women and how was that sexual. And they're like, oh, well, he had just masturbated, so he was still probably a little bit aroused. And that's crazy to me. The connection is that when he's masturbating, he's doing it with the idea, with the plan of putting it in these women. That is absolutely a sexual assault. I can't wrap my head around any other interpretation. I think it's a mistake. Here's what it reminds me of. When we talk about sexual assault in general, so often we default to this is a crime of power, which it is. Sexual assault is also a crime about sex. You're assaulting somebody and then ejaculating, or ejaculating and then assaulting somebody. To remove the sex from it or act like the sex wasn't a piece of it is insane to me. But that does bring us to number 2, and this, like most sex crimes, is also about power. Here you have a guy that is getting off on, is excited about the idea that he can impact somebody's life without them knowing it. There is a God complex that comes with this idea that I can control your life. I can dictate how you act, how you feel, how you behave. He knew something about their life. He controlled their life without them knowing it. That's in every way about power. And the last piece of this, which was not mentioned in the documentary but feels obvious to me, is Dr. Kline's mental health. This is a sick individual. I can't find anything online, but I guarantee you that in his childhood, in his past, he experienced significant trauma. This is a very distorted behavior. In many ways, he meets diagnostic criteria for antisocial personality disorder and for narcissism. There is this, what he's doing here is he is hurting people. He doesn't care how he hurts them, whether we're talking about the women he was impregnating or his offspring. When he was caught, he lied about it. He broke rules and laws associated with that, and then he blamed the victim for their role in it. Right? He said, "I was trying to help you, or you're making this worse." Right? He sort of attacked the people that he had hurt. That all feels very antisocial. And then from a narcissistic standpoint, this idea of I want to spread my seed everywhere. I want is a little bit of a God complex. I'm going to dominate you. I'm going to dominate the world. I'm going to spread my genes everywhere. This is all about me. And aren't you all lucky to have more of me around? Very, very sick behaviors. So that's what I think. I would love to know what you think. Please leave comments below. Like and subscribe, all those things. And if you're interested, I do have another channel. It's more about psychology. I have some podcasts going up there. Going to be pretty interesting. Check it out there. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe.